And remind members that the committee rules limit questioning to 5 minutes. The chair at this point will open the round of questions, so I recognize myself for 5 minutes once I get to my question. Dr. Bertram, I'm fascinated by the Project Lead the Way's activities, project and problem-based learning that focuses on hands-on, real-world projects. Can you tell us why Project Lead the Way has invested in this approach, and what are the benefits of this approach over other traditional learning methods?
Yeah, thank you. It inspires students. It engages them in ways that traditional learning doesn't. Students expect to and enjoy working on projects and applying math and science. And one solution that we've had to trying to improve math is just to require more math in the same way that we've taught math. But in this program, students actually apply math and science. One of the things that early on in our history was of concern was that students would not take as much math and science if they took Project Away as an elective course. We have found over the last 15 years just the opposite. Our students take more math and science because they finally recognize these are tools to help solve problems, and they need this relevancy in their program of study.
And also, I'm intrigued by the fact that you're going to start going into elementary schools. Can you kind of describe what you'll be doing at that level?
Sure. It's going to be project activity based, and again, allowing students to apply math and science. We're using touch technology. We're using apps, and it's going to be for all grade levels, K through 5, leading into our middle school program at grade 6. So we're excited about it. We're piloting right now. We have a number of schools across the country, and tremendous interest in the elementary program, and we're looking forward to rolling it out in 2014.
Dr. Smith, you talked about Honeywell educators at the Space Academy program. Can you tell us more about how you use the selection criteria for teachers to participate in that program? What are the goals, and how are the results being measured and evaluated?
Yeah, be glad to. We're excited about the program. Honeywell Educators is a nationwide program by which we get high school and middle school teachers engaged in. It's a nationwide selection process by which we evaluate their nomination forms and talk about how do they actually inspire and what do they hope to get out of the program. So it's very much looking at how do they are going to take this experience and take it back to their classrooms. We've trained over 1,700 in this 5-day program that we have at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center. It's a classroom, 45 hours of classroom experience, as well as other leadership and development training. So we give them tools to take back to their classrooms. And I have to say that the feedback from the teachers has been just exceptional. What they come out of there is incredibly energized. They now understand how this applies to their students. And quite honestly, they have a number that will say things like, I am confident that I will have a student someday that will walk on Mars, and now I have the tools by which I can go inspire that student.
That's great. Thank you. Ms. Askew, can you tell us more about the Intel-involved volunteer program? I think that sounds like a great thing. How did it get started, and how many of your employees participate?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Intel involves the way we encourage employees to chase their passion into the community, and the primary way they choose to do that is through education. Because we have a highly educated workforce, they want to give back through the schools in their communities. What we do is provide them with curriculum, tools, science experiments, hands-on learning that they can bring to the classroom, and then we supplement their time by paying the school directly for having the employee be there. So it's really a win-win. The school can then use their money to buy additional science kits or additional professional development for the teachers, whatever they feel is the best use. About 58% of Intel employees volunteer annually, and we've exceeded over 1 million hours for the last 5 years worldwide.
Great. Thank you all for those questions being answered. I think it's fascinating how there are so many people out there working on this particular issue. I'm very confident we're going to make progress. I'll now yield to Mr. Lipinski for his questioning.
Mr. Lipinski.